Don't lose hope, because life will get better.
I never thought I would get to where I am because of where I came from. I came from a family where we waited for the welfare checks just to be able to eat to survive and to keep the electricity going.
I'm hungry.
We don't have any food this week. Just wait. The welfare check comes next week.
I hate living under these conditions.
Lisa don't mean it personally.
I know, Pumpkin, but better believe me, our lives will get better. Me and Daddy gonna turn our lives around. Daddy will get a real job, and I'm gonna be a court stenographer. We got dreams, and we're going to fulfill them.
I sure hope so, Ma. At first, I tried to be a good student. I wanted to be the kid who always raised his hand and always knew the answers. But eventually, school was no longer my biggest priority for me either.
Ew, there's a weird bug in my desk. Ew, that's disgusting. David, you're disgusting. I don't know where they came from. Ew, they came from him. Ew. Come with me. We are going to get you inspected now.
My parents split up and Ma started dating an abusive man named Ram.
Alright, you two, time to shower. Your mom said we need to wash everywhere.
No, get away from me, you creep.
It'll be fine. I'll keep you nice and clean.
No, I'm leaving.
I need you to keep this a secret. Keep your mouth shut from your mom, or else.
Ma had a mental lapse and was in the hospital for a while, and she and Ron eventually just separated through time. I was sent to a boys' home for a few months, where I eventually came out and lived with Lisa, my mom, and her new abusive alcoholic boyfriend, Rick. One day in middle school, a pretty Latina girl named Sam came up to me.
You don't want to eat this. They're trying to poison us.
That drawing's really cool. How long have you been drawing? That looks really cool.
It's great. It's all right. I mean, I'd rather be a writer. Hey, Julie, come sit with us.
And for the first time, I knew, without a doubt, I would be at school the next day. I had trouble at home, so I told her she could stay with me. I snuck her under my bed without Brooke's knowledge. Sam and I started to skip school together with all our friends, and life was great for a while, until Brooke made it all go wrong.
This is my house. What are you doing here?
No, Sam, don't!
Keep this up and you're out too. Come on, Pip, let's just go.
Sam and I lived on the streets for a while, until we met this girl named Carla. Carla was 18, and I was 16 at the time.
Hey, what you guys up to?
We just been about.
Hey, you're a cutie. I'm gonna call you Shamrock. You guys want to get out of here and go to the diner on the block?
Heck yeah.
We began spending more and more time with Carla, and Carla and I eventually fell in love. Eventually, Sam and I moved in with her at a motel.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring.
Pip, where are you?
Not far. Why?
Ma is sick. She's in the hospital. She has tuberculosis, her skin is yellowing, her cheeks inward, and her eyes are wide open, fixed on nothing.
I don't care for her. I have a new lifestyle now, and I don't plan on leaving here for my old life. Sorry. At this point, my parents were really struggling. Mom was real ill, and my dad was in a homeless shelter. I could have gone back to help them, but I chose to live this new lifestyle.
Pip, I'm running real low on Coke. I need you to get me some.
Yeah, sure. Mom's in the hospital. The apartment's probably vacant. I'll leave right away.
Thanks, Shamrock.
I kept on doing what Carla asked me. Sam eventually left us, but I didn't care as long as I had Carla. We spent all our time together and nothing else mattered. Carla eventually stopped coming back to the motel some nights, and the motel manager always tried kicking us out. One day, while lonely in the motel, I received a call from Lisa.
Pip, it's me. Why haven't you been answering?
Why are you shouting? You're taking up so much of my time.
Pip, Mom has died.
napping here. I need more drugs. Go fetch me some more.
My mother's death really hit me. I no longer wanted anything to do with drugs. I realized I had betrayed my family, and guilt had haunted me. I needed to fix my life. I left that day and never came back to Carla. Many high schools rejected me, and I eventually got into a high school called Prep and took many classes in high school. One day I was talking to one of my teachers, Mr. Perry.
Okay, now I see you're the very bright student, right?
Yes, sir.
I think you should apply to this essay scholarship offered by the New York Times. It really can do you justice.
You really think I have a chance?
I know so.
3,000 high school students applied for 6 scholarships offered by the New York Times. Had I known my chances were so slim, I wouldn't have applied. But I didn't know my chances of success. I only knew I was going to create a life for myself that was in no way like my past. I won the scholarship and went to Harvard and graduated in 2009. I took a break in the middle of my studies to care for my father, who died in 2006 of AIDS. He had been sober for 8 years and led a drug relapse prevention group before being taken ill. My sister Lisa also went to the university and became a teacher for autistic children. I started as a kid skipping school all the time and not a care in the world, to someone who graduated from an Ivy League school. Hard work pays off.
Hi, my name is Liz. My parents and 5 of my siblings have died, so I am living in my sister's house in the marsh country in southeast England. Joe, my sister's husband, and I had the strongest relationship. My sister, on the other hand, always bickered with us. Hey Joe, is it okay if I go visit my family at the graveyard?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Motherless goat! Hold your nose or I will cut your throat. What is your name and where do you live?
My name is Liz and I live there.
Where be your mother?
Georgina is there.
Go fetch me some bread, butter, and some alcohol.
Okay, sir, your request will be here tomorrow.
I filled the convict's demands and never told anyone about it. But I didn't do it out of fear, I did it out of my good heart. I pitied the man. I attended school with Wopsle, the church clerk's great-aunt's granddaughter, Biddy. Mr. Pumblechook, Joe's uncle, one time came by with the request from Miss Havisham, a rich, mournful old lady nearby, for me to go to her house.
Miss Havisham awaits you upstairs.
Wow, you're a handsome sight.
Miss Havisham is waiting.
Miss Havisham was a heartbroken, weird lady. She constantly told Esteban, her adopted son, who opened the door for me, to break my heart. It was love at first sight with Esteban. On Sundays, I sometimes walk with Biddy in the garden just to talk about Esteban.
Oh, Liz, I am worried about the school. My grandmother had a seizure while teaching, and there's no instructor at the time. I think I should take on teaching.
Oh, Biddy, he was so gorgeous. He had dark brown hair and big blue eyes. Oh, he was such a beautiful sight. I long to see him again.
I don't think you should trust people who come from lives like that, but if you believe that will please you, it is what will please me.
One day I went to a bar with Joe, and a man named Jaggers asked to come home to speak with us about a serious matter.
I'm going to cut to the chase here. Liz will be inheriting a large fortune of money and is to move to London soon. I may not reveal the benefactor.
Oh, wow. I guess I'll go.
I can offer you a large amount of money as well, as I will be taking one of your workers.
Money will not compensate me for the pain I will feel with Liz leaving.
The next week I went off to London. My little enthusiasm at first changed into a great deal of excitement. I met with Jaggers, who constantly supplied me with money. I always thought about Esteban. I had a tutor named Matt Pocket, but I didn't care much about learning. If Joe had such minimal education, why should I have to worry about my time with it? I befriended Matt's son, Herbert, who I lived with. Wemmick, who was Jaggers' clerk, and I became friends, and one day we were visiting a prison together. What are all these in for?
Some for drugs, other for murdering.
Oh my.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go visit an old friend.
Okay, sounds good. Oh my, is that you, my convict?
Yes, it's me, Magwitch.
Are you okay? Please let me pay for your hospital bill.
No, use my money for better reasons. I'm already on my deathbed.
Your money? I've been using your money all this time? What are you talking about?
of my convict, reality hit me. I realized using this money was not right, and I should work hard for myself. I went back to Matt and studied really hard with him, even donating money for his sake. I realized Esteban was not worth it, and I returned home to fix my life with those who really cared about me.
Please let me speak, Joe. I'm sorry for how I treated you. You were the one always there wanting the best for me, and I treated you poorly. Biddy, I shouldn't have used you as someone to vent to about Esteban. I should have respected your interest in teaching the school and education much more. I'm so sorry.
Oh, sweet Liz, all is forgiven. And we have great news. Biddy and I have wed.
Oh my, that news is wondrous. I have more news than my own. I studied hard with Matt Pocket and took on a job as a merchant in London, and I've earned a great amount of wealth myself. And I plan to use it in your favor, Biddy, to reopen a school and assist you in teaching.
Oh, Liz, this means the world to me. The children mean so much to me. You've grown into such a lovely young woman. Thank you.
As you see, even though you may deal with some rough patches throughout life, in the end, with hard work and redemption, you will be content.